Let me welcome you to my channel. Before we begin the video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like this post. Kevin Owens lost Saturday night's main event battle for the undisputed WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes. The prizefighter, on the other hand, thinks the referee did him wrong. Rhodes was hit with a devastating package piledriver by Owens after the bout. Since then, he has been proudly wearing the WWE Championship, which he claims as his own. After the most recent edition of SmackDown, General Manager Nick Aldis made it clear that Owens must give up the championship or face an ultimatum. The ultimatum issued by Aldis has finally been met by Owens. Later in the act, he consented to speak with the general manager, but he insisted that they do it alone in the ring, away from any doormen or office assistants. This past week, things between SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis and WWE superstar Kevin Owens finally reached a breaking point. No one was surprised when Cole unleashed his signature, no-holds-barred approach in response to Aldis' severe warning to Owens. And he did reply. Owens might lay the foundation for one of the most combustible rivalries in recent memory after a fiery in-ring promo on Friday Night SmackDown, when he issued his own ultimatum. In response to Kevin Owens' increasing disapproval with WWE management, Nick Aldis entered the ring last week. Man renowned for his cool head and authoritative manner, Aldis didn't hold back. I have provided Kevin Owens with every chance to work within the framework of this brand. But again and again, you've opted for disorder instead of order, defiance instead of respect. Here is your last chance to change your behavior. Comply or face the music. As a general manager, I've seen the success and failure of guys like you. Be careful with what you decide to do next. The WWE Universe was rocked by the statements. Despite his history of amicable dealings with talent, Aldis made it plain that he would not stand for Owens' rebellion. Kevin Owens is famously unyielding when faced with a challenge, particularly one that calls into question his convictions. Kevin Owens brought his signature ferocity to the ring this week after grabbing a microphone. In his Fight Owens Fight shirt and black trousers, he didn't dally before confronting Aldis with his ultimatum. Everyone in the stadium went wild with excitement as they sensed something extraordinary was about to happen. Nick Aldis, let me clarify something, Owens said, pacing the ring like an enchanted creature. Having my actions dictated to me is not something I like. What do you mean, fall in line? Do you think it would be okay for me to kiss the general manager's ring? Regarding Kevin Owens, I must say, I am not a conformist. Then I'll chuckle as the ashes fly when I bulldoze the line and burn it. Do you really believe you're the first suit to challenge me here? It's not the case. I assure you, you will not be the last. You would best be prepared to back up your threats if you were going to make them against me. Why? Because I am not the kind of man to back down from a challenge. Every success I've had in this industry has been earned through hard work and perseverance. I refuse to let a former paper champion who is now dressed like a suit to control my professional life. The crowd went into a tizzy at the announcement of Aldis' wrestling career, especially his time as NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Some fans scolded Owens for belittling Aldis' legacy, while others applauded his ferocious rebellion. Yet, Owens had more in store. With an air of direct personal address to Aldis, he leaned on the ropes and stared into the camera. Is this an ultimatum you issued to me, Nick? Very well. Mine is this. Do not impede me in any way. You believe you have the authority to exert yourself just because you are the general manager. Please remember that titles are completely meaningless to me. I've been on the receiving end of championships, given them up, and then won them back. Defending my identity and the things I believe in is important to me. All right, so here's the plan. You have two choices. Either stop me or let me do what I'm good at: fight, amuse, and be the person this crowd pays to see. If you choose with choice 2, however, you had best be prepared to face the music. I can assure you, Nick, that you are not prepared to weather the storm that I will bring. The audience went wild, yelling, "Ko, Ko, Ko," as the resolute and rebellious Owens stood smack dab in the middle of the ring. He made it plain in his ultimatum that he would not be cowed or compromise his identity for anybody, not even Nick Aldis. Backstage, Nick Aldis was seen watching the promo on a monitor as Owens lowered the mic and left the ring. His face betrayed a combination of anger and resolve. Aldis spoke about it in a backstage interview later that night. "Kevin Owens talks a big game," Aldis said in a calm but emphatic manner. "Talk, however, is cheap. It is his business if he wants to draw a personal line. I am prepared to deal with egos like him again." Teamwork and deference to authority are concepts that Kevin Owens fails to grasp. However, he is about to discover. I will assure you of that. What precisely Aldis has in mind is still unknown, but the GM's comments did suggest that Owens may face consequences. Is it possible that it might lead to in-ring punishment, suspensions, or fines? Word on the street in the WWE Universe is that it feels like a historic beginning as Kevin Owens and Nick Aldis collide. Both guys are courageous, vocal, and unwavering in their beliefs. Fans are anxiously awaiting the next chapter of their developing animosity, which has revitalized SmackDown. Speculation has circulated that Aldis may return to the ring to resolve their differences with Owens face-to-face. Although Aldis has settled into his position as general manager, he has made it plain that he is not hesitant to resort to physical force if threatened. Owens, on the other hand, is prone to acting impulsively, which might lead him to interfere with matches or perhaps leads a coup against the management. Regardless of what happens, the WWE Universe will be following this storyline closely. Fans of Kevin Owens' genuineness and defiance of authority have responded enthusiastically to his impassioned promo, and the fascinating element of tension introduced by Nick Aldis's authority figure character has further contributed to the appeal. Now more than ever, victory is at stake, and it seems like both men will stop at nothing to get it. Everyone will be watching Kevin Owens and Nick Aldis as SmackDown enters the new year. Will they end up fighting after their verbal spat? Will Aldis figure out how to take over, or will Owens' rebellion remain unchecked? One thing is certain. This is television that you just must watch in the weeks to come to find out the answers. All WWE fans can do for the time being is wait and speculate. But as you can see by his ferocious reaction, Kevin Owens is clearly not going down without a fight. Where does Nick Aldis stand? The extent to which Cole will go in order to prove his argument is going to become clear to him. Get ready for an intense competition that is only going to escalate.